Good afternoon, everyone. Johnny I here. Thank you for tuning in to this Facebook Live. We are going to be celebrating National Banana Day today. Yes, it is a thing. And in honor of National Banana Day, I decided to make a dessert pizza in our Ooni Pizza Oven. This is a really interesting dessert. Often, a lot of times when you think of pizza, you don't think of dessert. So this is really a very cool presentation that I'd like to share with you. But first things first, I'd like to do a shout out to our newest member of our marketing team, Caitlin Clinton. She's driving the video from behind the scenes. So welcome, Caitlin.
Hi, everyone.
Thank you again for helping me out with this. Brian Maraska is working on something else today. So I think we're just going to get started. And again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. You're going to start with a pizza dough. And I picked this pizza dough up at our local supermarket. And you want to stretch the dough to about 10 inches in diameter. So I think it's going to be key that you make sure you use lots of flour. And I like to stretch my pizza old school with my hands, but feel free to use a rolling pin if you find that easier. A lot of times you can just pick the pizza up and stretch it like this and let gravity do its job. But I think the premise is you want to make sure that the pizza is not too thick when you go to put it in the oven. Again, because this pizza, we're not just going to top it. We're actually going to pre-bake it and cut it in half and fill it with some goodies that I'm going to show you. So right now I'm about 10, maybe 11 inches tall, thick rather. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a fork. And what you want to do is poke holes in around the entire pizza dough. Now, the reason you do this is this will, you're going to see as we cook the pizza dough, it's going to puff up. By doing this, it won't puff up quite as much. And if it does, it will have some holes in which the steam can be released. And then the dough will settle back down. If you happen to have a dough docker, which is a little more of a professional tool to do this, by all means, do the same thing. But I chose today just to use a fork. So there, now we have all of our holes in. And what we're going to do is we're going to place it in our pizza oven. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of flour on my board so the dough slides off. And then I'm going to place my pizza into the oven. Now, depending how hot your oven is, will determine how long the pizza is going to cook for. You can also do this on your grill, on a pizza stone. But since I have the Ooni Pizza Oven, I'm just going to do it right in here. And it's definitely going to see how fast it's going to cook. All right. So right now this oven is sitting probably at around 700-800 degrees. So you're going to see it's going to start cooking really, really quick. The key is you want to make sure you start to get some color on the top of the pizza and the bottom of the pizza. So as you can see, it's already starting to turn a little brown. It's starting to blister and puff up. So it's going to go really, really fast from this point on.
Hey, Johnny, can you tell us a little bit about why you like the Ooni Pizza Oven so much?
Well, I did a lot of training in Italy on pizza ovens, and in Italy they use a lot of wood-burning pizza ovens. I like this oven because, as you can see, it's extremely fast to cook a pizza. And now I'm going to flip it over. See that nice golden brown color I got from the stone? Now I'm going to flip it over and get the same exact thing. It's a very, very fast way of cooking. And you can really do pizzas in here. You can do proteins as well. There we go. So see what I was telling you about the pizza dough puffing up. It puffed up actually very nicely. But you also see that steam that's coming off, and those are the holes that we had poked into it. So I'm going to let this just calm down a little bit. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cut it in half, and then we're going to stuff it. And I think that's what, when I was telling you about a unique presentation, stuffing a pizza is always a little bit more creative than just topping a pizza. And it gives it a cleaner presentation. Today we're going to be filling it with, again, sliced bananas in honor of National Banana Day, but I'm also going to be using a chocolate hazelnut spread. So if I were to top the pizza with these items, it would be very, very messy. Again, because the chocolate hazelnut spread, if anybody's familiar with it, it's kind of messy, especially when it heats a little bit. But by cutting the dough in half, it actually makes it cleaner to eat. So you'll notice I'm scoring around the sides of the pizza dough. And I'll show you why I'm going to do that, because we're just going to actually pull the pizza dough apart. See? And it comes apart clean. Now you got your top and your bottom. And you can see that's steaming. Okay. So now, as I mentioned, I'm going to take my chocolate hazelnut spread and I'm going to smear this on my pizza. And I'm already starting to smell that chocolate and the hazelnut. And you want to make sure you get as close to the edges as you can.
Now, Johnny, do you have to use this chocolate hazelnut spread, or can you use any other kind of spread?
No, that's a great question. You really can tailor this to your liking. I've seen some people that use, jam, if you like strawberry jam or raspberry jam, peanut butter. I've seen that as well. I like to use the chocolate and hazelnut because what I found, it really goes well with the flavor of the banana once it's all done. Now I'm just going to slice the banana into eighth inch thick slices. And then we're just going to place our banana around our chocolate hazelnut. And I try to spread it as evenly as possible. This way, every bite that you're going to take is going to have a little bit of banana, a little bit of chocolate hazelnut.
So we have a question here, Johnny, about why wouldn't you separate the dough while it was all puffed up instead of letting it settle down? Why'd you let it settle first before slicing it open?
Well, that is a great question, because as you notice, if the dough stayed like that, I would have started cutting it. But because we only par cook the dough, it's going to naturally raise and expand. We're going to actually put this pizza back in the oven to finish crisping it, because right now it's not as crispy as we would like it. And it really just kind of comes apart really on its own. And I think, the other important thing you want to do is when you put the pizza dough back on, you want to make sure that it matches what you cut. And I'm thinking that should be perfect right there. Now what I'm going to do is take my peel and I'm going to put this back in the oven just to crisp it.
So, Johnny, if we don't have a pizza oven, how would we do this on a grill?
So they sell pizza stones. You can buy them in most stores. You would put it in on your grill and close the lid. You want to heat it to usually about 400. Those stones are rated to 400. Some are to 600, but you want to check, because what you don't want is your stone to crack. And then what you're going to do, since in a grill, you'll have more bottom heat from the stone than you would from the top heat, like I do in this oven. So you definitely want to, you'll end up flipping the pizza and it'll crisp up on the pizza stone. So definitely you can do it on a pizza stone as well. And very, very fast and easy to make. All right. So now you see our dough is nice and golden brown on the outside. What I'm going to do is take a large knife. I don't like to use a pizza cutter because as you roll it, it kind of shifts. So I like to take a large knife, and then we're just going to cut it. And you can hear
you're getting a lot of compliments in the comments over here about how delicious this looks.
Oh, I tell you, it is a really unique and phenomenal presentation, and it's a really fun dessert. So you cut it into 8 wedges. And then what we're going to do is top it with a little bit of powdered sugar. And there are some people that will take caramel sauce and put it on the inside. You have an option to put it on the inside, or you can drizzle it on the outside. All right. And there you have it. Nice and crispy. You have a banana and chocolate hazelnut pizza, and I like to call it dessert pizza. So have fun with this recipe. I think you're really going to enjoy it. Again, you can tailor this recipe to your liking and fill it with ingredients. I've used this same preparation doing savory ingredients, making a ham and cheese sandwich and something like this. I think it's just, again, an innovative presentation and really, really fun, not to mention really, really good tasting. So thank you all for tuning in today. And special thanks to Caitlin for helping me pull this together today. And everyone have a great Wednesday and happy Banana Day.